Hi, welcome to this episode. What makes one runner faster than another? Why do some people recover quicker, train harder, and seem to have endless stamina? The answer often comes down to one number, VO₂ max or maximal oxygen uptake. But this video is not about how to measure it or how to improve it. You have already seen that. This time, we are going inside the body, deep into the physiology, to uncover what really determines your VO₂ max and how your heart, blood, lungs, and muscles play their part. To understand VO₂ max, we need to start with a single equation. And don't worry, it is simpler than it sounds. It's called Fick Equation. This equation defines how much oxygen your body can use during intense exercise. And it breaks down into two critical components, delivery and extraction. VO₂ max is the oxygen your body consumes every minute adjusted for your body weight. It's the number you often see estimated on fitness watches or measured in the performance labs. Now, Q stands for cardiac output, which is your heart rate multiplied by your stroke volume. In other words, how fast your heart is beating and how much blood it pushes out with each beat. Next, the artery-venous difference. This is the amount of oxygen that your muscles actually grab from the blood as it circulates. It's the difference in the oxygen content between arteries and the veins. Highly trained muscle extract more oxygen, but if your muscles are lazy at using oxygen, your VO₂ max hits a ceiling. The beauty of Fick equation is that it links the whole oxygen journey: lungs, heart, blood, muscles, and finally mitochondria. If one piece of chain fails, performance drops. That's why VO₂ max is the ultimate indicator of integrated aerobic health. It reflects both your central and peripheral capacity, from cardiac power to metabolic precision. Let's trace the actual path oxygen takes through your body, the full journey that powers your VO₂ max. It all starts with breathing. When you inhale, air flows through your nose or mouth, down your trachea and into your lungs, finally reaching the tiny sacs called alveoli. These alveoli are surrounded by a dense web of capillaries, forming the alveolar capillary membrane where gas exchange takes place. Oxygen passes rapidly from alveoli into red blood cells. That's where hemoglobin steps in, the oxygen-carrying protein inside red blood cells. Hemoglobin binds oxygen like a magnet and carries it to the working muscles. Next comes the heart. The oxygen-rich blood enters the left ventricle, which pumps it out forcefully through your arteries. The blood travels from arteries to capillaries that wrap around your muscle fibers. Oxygen diffuses from the blood into the muscles. Now, the trained muscle tissue has greater capillary density, more mitochondria per cell, higher activity of aerobic enzymes. This allows them to extract more oxygen and produce more ATP, ultimately providing the energy to perform the activity. In contrast, the untrained individuals have fewer capillaries, less mitochondrial density, and a lower ability to use oxygen efficiently, even if their lungs and heart are healthy. So, VO₂ max is more than just a lung or heart metric. It's the sum of many systems working in concert, from the air you breathe, to your blood's capacity to carry it, and to your muscles' ability to use it. It's physiology's version of teamwork, and VO₂ max is the final score. So what actually controls how high your VO₂ max can go? The answer lies in a balance between two systems, central and peripheral. Central factors come from your heart and lungs, the part of your body that deliver oxygen. Let's start with your heart. A bigger, stronger heart can pump more blood per beat. That's called stroke volume, and it's a huge driver of VO₂ max. Endurance training, especially in elite athletes, literally enlarges the left ventricle to increase the cardiac output. Then there is lung function. While lungs are rarely the limiting factor in healthy people, but if your ventilation is impaired due to poor conditioning, high altitude, or disease, oxygen delivery suffers. Now let's talk about peripheral factors. What happens in the muscles? Trained muscles have more capillaries to deliver oxygen, more mitochondria to use it, higher enzyme activity for oxidative metabolism. The more developed these systems are, the more oxygen you can extract and convert it into usable energy. That's why trained endurance athletes have exceptional VO₂ max values. Their muscles are biologically remodeled to use oxygen better. But what about genetics? Genetics do set a ceiling. Some people are naturally born with larger hearts, better lung volumes, or even higher hemoglobin levels. In fact, studies suggest that 25 to 50% of VO₂ max potential is genetic. But training still matters. Actually, a lot. With proper aerobic conditioning, even average individuals can see huge improvements in their VO₂ max. So whether you are an elite athlete or just starting your fitness journey, understanding what affects VO₂ max helps you train smarter. VO₂ max is not just a number, it's a window into your physiology. It reflects the strength of your heart, the capacity of your lungs, the richness of your blood, and the efficiency of your muscles. It's the ultimate test of how well your body uses oxygen and how ready it is for life, performance, and longevity. So, whether you're tracking your training or just trying to understand your body better, knowing the science behind VO₂ max helps you train smarter and live stronger. If this video expanded your knowledge, hit like and subscribe. More science-backed insights are coming your way.